Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. They just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down. At the 22.
You got him.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Switch up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Rush in. 80 weapon. Ready.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Lynch. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Dobbs is throwing, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mohamed Sanu, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Bust through the tackle. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick, because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
22 Jet Bombers, 22 Jet Bombers. Let's go.
Here we go on 4th down with Manning. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Toss play. This is Anderson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, Dobbs. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Keep playing hard. Here we go.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 30. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And the Jets first down.
In your face.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dobbs to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? you make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on third down. Dobbs rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go. Check. Lucky.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it with Hines. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Phillip Lindsay. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end, and that'll make it third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Manning. And Amendola with a catch. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down.
On the ready. You don't see me in your son. Greystone, travel.
From midfield, here's Manning. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Manning going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here's Manning to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And he is all the way up past the 25. He's now thrown 4 interceptions, and I hate to mention this, but he's a guy that has twice thrown 5 in his career in a single game.
Hard to believe, isn't it? And the tough part is, playing in this NFL, you don't normally just back off totally from throwing the football, do you? So the potential exists for that 5th one to occur.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Dobbs steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll run with Elliott, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Manning. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the The 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
Down.
yards.
8, read.
And the Bills
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Manning. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Manning again. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Manning to throw once more. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Max Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on a quarterback.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Yeah, 50, let's see how long. 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mohamed Sanu, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big run that time by Elliott. 56 yards.
That's another Bills first down.
Go! 30 base. Yo, cheetah! 5.
Smith trying to run for it. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now they'll throw it with Manning. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jared Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Shotgun now for Manning. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
You know, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense, now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. To throw is Dobbs. Well, he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Dobbs now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down at the 36-yard line.
Hustle, get.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing is Manning. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
They'll run it with Elliott, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions at the post-game press conference.
It makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Another run by Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Back to throw Dobbs. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Dobbs now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 30, past the 20. A big run that time by Elliott, 78 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. From the 2 now, second and goal. He'll look to throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ito Smith in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he said... Taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to hump. Call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Dobbs. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 27 yards there, a first down.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Go! 60 outlaw.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bills, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our